What happens to my house after I die? So people often ask, what's going to happen to my house? Who's going to own it after I'm gone? First question you have to ask isn't even what's in your will, it's how do you own your house? If you own your house with somebody and you are joint tenants, which is the way that a lot of married people own their houses, the surviving tenant just becomes the entire owner of that house. Doesn't matter what's in your will, doesn't matter what other wishes you may have expressed. If you and another person are joint on a house, that house is theirs once you pass. There's another way to hold a house with another person, and that's called tenants in common. And that's where you and another person or people own a specific proportion of that house. This is often used with like an investment property or something like that. And in that case, your part of that house is going to go wherever your will says it goes. So in your will, you can say, I want to leave my house to my kids or my spouse. And if you have that tenants in common, or if you own your house alone, then that's going to be what happens. But if your house is joint, doesn't matter what's in your will. What if I want to leave my house to my kids, but I want my partner to be able to stay there? So it's really common in a will to have something called a life interest. You might own your house, you might have a second partner, new relationship, and you want that person to be able to stay in your house as long as they need it. But you still want to maintain that house, that investment that you've made, for your kids or for another generation of your family. You can leave in your will a life interest, and that basically says, I want this person to be able to stay in my house, either for their rest of their life as long as they want, or you can put a time limit on that, a year or two. You can ask them to pay the expenses on an ongoing basis as long as they stay, or you can establish a fund from the other part of your estate that allows for the expenses to be carried by your estate while they still live there. Either way, at the end of that life estate, when the person passes on, or chooses not to live there anymore, the house itself can go to your kids or whoever else you want.